Hi, I'm Tracy Schuhmacher, and I'm in the studio today with Vince Press, who's columnist for Rochester Magazine, and he writes I'm in the mood for. And what were you in the mood for this month?
Quesadillas.
Quesadillas. So I have to laugh because when I heard you were doing quesadillas, that's my go-to leftovers, for leftovers. I put whatever I want in there, put some cheese in there, and
yeah, that works.
It sounds to me that chefs are probably doing something a little more interesting than what I am.
I set out to find some interesting ones. You know, everybody's doing tacos and Taco Tuesday, and so I was right in the middle of tacos and nachos with quesadillas just in time for Cinco de Mayo. So
perfect.
Yeah, they're easy to make. I thought I was going to find some really, really interesting ones. I found some interesting techniques. You know, clearly they're Mexican, and Mexican culture is a melange of Spanish and French and spices and techniques. And actually, the tortillas are Native American. So they came down across the border, and of course you can make them with either corn or flour. The closer you are to the border, they're more flour, and they use the corn further south. So
the corn and flour tortillas are derived from Native American culture?
Yeah, well, corn particularly. Well, both, yes. But in Mexico, I think they were making more corn tortillas in the South. And there's actually two ways to do it, which is interesting. There's the way that you may be familiar with, where you take one tortilla, you stuff it, and then fold it over and grill it on a flat top. But there's another technique which is more synchronized, where you take two right over each other, and they differentiate that in Mexico a lot.
Do they?
Yeah, and it's the same thing except using two instead of one.
I've done both. Yeah, anyway.
So
we don't care what I did.
But it's funny that it's so simple, but there's a total differentiation in Mexico for those. So
cool.
Yeah.
So what were the favorites that you found?
I liked one from Trata. This is not from Trata. I like the duck quesadilla at Trata a lot. That was maybe the off the beaten path one. That yeah, and that's a big process they use. I mean, that's
is it like a duck confit type thing that's in there?
It very much is. It's a little sweeter, and I loved it. This happens to be from Dorado on Park Avenue.
Oh, cool.
They did an interesting technique. You can see the brown here, which is queso blanco cheese, and they put that around at the end, and so it really crisps up. We'll taste it in a second, and that was a little differentiator. So we have pork
really
and
cool.
shrimp.
It's almost like there's a big golden border around the outside.
It really makes a difference. And so a lot of them, I had some that were plain. I had others, if you read this month, that had some interesting stuffings in them. There's a lot of veggies. There's a lot of proteins, seafoods. I really wanted to find like a blue crab and avocado version, which I didn't.
Because
I don't know.
You just like that?
Please, somebody do blue crab and avocado. But there were shrimp. One of these is shrimp at Dorado. They do a very nice job. I actually found one after I turned the column in at La Casa in the South Wedge, and it was gigantic. Yeah, I loved it. So that won't be in there, but maybe it'll be in what I missed at the end of the year.
Yeah, so you've got opportunities for the future. Okay, so should we dig in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taste the little crispy queso blanco cheese first.
So this reminds me a little bit of what they do in Italian food, where they take, you know, like Parmesan cheese, and they put it in the oven, and it gets nice and crispy. It kind of transcends borders. But
it's a Parmesan crisp, yeah. And you'll have veggies in here. You'll have some beans and some diced up onions for sure, and most of them, and red peppers. And actually at Dorado, they have a trio of salsas that changes, and that's a nice accoutrement to these. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so read more in Rochester Magazine or in DemocratandChronicle.com, and we're going to dig in.
It's great, isn't it?
Cheese, cheese, cheese. Gotta love it.